Welcome back to Stim City Podcast. I'm Joseph.
Brandon's dying. I'm your boy Ryan.
And Brandon.
And guess what, everybody?
What?
We actually have a special guest this week.
The
Who?
man, the myth, the legend. Mike.
Dude,
What
Mike
day is
here.
it?
Mike Smash.
It's Monday.
Hey, the Mexican Boomhauer.
Yeah, baby. What
Fine
up,
here.
Mike?
Fine
The
showing.
gay Mexican.
Little late though.
Mike
Do
Boomhauer.
apologize, guys, for being late. You hate me all you want. I'm sorry about that. But
Hey,
you know,
it's all good, dude. You made it eventually.
I didn't bring
pump-
donuts. I didn't bring donuts though, so my bad on that. They're closed already. So
You pumped gas in Canada and then had to drive all the way down, so we get it.
yeah,
So he's at our unofficial studio for the time being until, we're all in the same city again and we can actually afford to have a studio. But yeah, guys, we finally have our first special guest and I think it's going to be a good episode.
Hell yeah, I'm excited. This is gonna be fun. I'm glad I got to hang out with you, Joseph, and Mike this weekend. Brandon just didn't want to hang out with us, I guess, but it was good seeing you guys, and now it's cool to be on the pod with all of
especially
you.
here, good here too. That's a good thing about it.
Yeah,
We found a wide enough camera to fit both of us.
yeah, that extra wide lens is paying off right now, paying dividends.
It's actually
But,
two
but
cameras
yeah, boys.
side by side, and we're combining the image.
Or
We're
you
using the
get
same technology NASA used to fake the moon landing.
The 360 cam. Yeah, that might have been better. Once we start making money, then we'll get better
Well,
equipment.
We'll
you
upgrade to the
get
NASA
like a picture
360s.
from using a restroom like that, but like so we do it kind of deal.
We got a great episode for you guys this week. Joseph, let's talk about your favorite video game at the moment. The game that really brought us to the podcast. It got us on the stream, got us on Twitch, brought us all together again, and now we're doing our podcast finally. Let's talk about some Phasmophobia, bro. What's your favorite part of Phasmophobia?
Yeah. Honestly, I like Phas because it's a really cool puzzle. Because every match is going to be different, right? Of course, you can choose which map you want to play on, and Tanglewood is probably our favorite, right? It's a quick and easy map, but
Word.
having to figure out what evidence you're going to get, what ghosts you're going to get, while trying not to die is really fun for me. Like it. At first, I'm not gonna lie. The first time we played it, scared shitless. Like I was super nervous going in. We did the tutorial. Obviously you have to do that by yourself or whatever. But going into those first few investigations, I was just like, oh shit, what's gonna happen? And I'd seen a few clips about it before. That's obviously how I heard about the game. But it's still kind of nervous. Nerve wracking when you're going in, and I would say even the first 20, 30 investigations are like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's fun. It's definitely a big time killer for me. Even when I'm not playing and I'm watching, Flash Force and Bearded Baron and all those guys, and it's fun. I like watching, reactions, and obviously we've come up with some pretty good stuff on our clips and videos too. And
Yep.
Mike has even been the focus of some of those clips.
Yeah, I haven't. It's not as scary as we thought when we first heard about it and we downloaded it. But I still haven't played it alone, so there's that. But
That's right.
we have a good time when we play it, and yeah, having Mike on those couple hunts, we got some good clips out of that. That was fun.
You did try it by yourself?
Yes, I tried by myself. Was it a week ago? Just before work. And plus, knowing my house, it probably is haunted, that kind of deal. So knowing that, I'm like, that's it. I'm kind of looking left and right. Hear footprints of my dogs right there. I'm like, what are you doing? Stop.
Mike's got the cheat code. He's got the immersive experience without VR. That's sick.
But
I don't have that. I don't have that luxury, dude. That's fucking awesome.
So
Dude, I honestly think I'm gonna have to get it for VR just to try it.
yeah,
That's got to be fun. I dig the, I'm not gonna say the real ghost hunting equipment because it's all kind of bullshit, but like they use actual devices that you see in the shows and the movies and stuff. Like they got it all kind of integrated, and it's fun. It's like you said, the time killer. It's good clean fun when we're running around and Joseph screams like a girl because the dots walk past him, or you get the ghost whispers in your ear.
Dude, the creepy girl that haunts Nell's diner, by far the worst one.
The one that crawls. Or which
Yes.
one? Yeah. I like the Ring Around the Rosie. That shit's pretty fun. It's funny when you're like walking through the dark, like trying to rush back to the truck or something. Like you're not thinking about, and then you just hear
And
Ring
then what
Around the
I think
Rosie.
the funnier part was, like, it took us a long time to really learn how to, like, loop a ghost and, like, actually get to a hiding spot instead of just throwing a smudge and running and praying that,
And
it
praying.
doesn't get you.
Yeah. I
But,
mean, we use a lot of people for the looping. I got pretty good at looping. I think I've only died once looping since I figured it out. And it's because that stupid fucking table on Edgefield or whatever house it is in the living room. Other
dude,
than that, I've gotten
I
okay.
I've gotten better at looping, but I still always forget, like, for example, in Tanglewood, I looped around the coffee table in the living room, and I still got stuck on the sofa the other day, and I'm like,
Yeah.
"Come on."
Yeah. But it's fun.
I think just like trying to pick up things at all, like just kind of like knowing the button what to press. You're kind of making a little mistake like that. So
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, the more you play it, the easier it gets, and I mean,
Some of the
obviously,
controls, not your
yeah,
fault.
so some things
Opening
are a
doors in the
little weird,
breaker box and shit, and it's
but,
not your fault.
obviously, playing with Brandon is always a risk because he'll
Fucking
decide to just use
bitch.
the cursed object and not say anything, and then you just hear the "hee hee 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 hee," and you're like, "Oh, fuck."
It's like, dude, what the fuck? This isn't even the ghost room, and she got me. Like, oh yeah, cursed hunt. Wonder how that happened.
It's the best way
Brandon's
to
new nickname
play.
is Cunt because it's short for cursed hunt.
Dude,
But,
no,
yeah,
Phasm is
so
cool because like, I mean, it's not like a super intense like mechanical game, like you
Very
don't.
basic.
I know there's like people have been playing it for years, and you can see how they're just try harding, like moving around and stuff, which is cool, because like you got to make the game like either challenging or do it as fast as you can.
Yeah.
But like coming from playing first person shooters or League of Legends and having music on that's 120 BPM and like always keeping track of shit, like, like it's such a change of pace and it's fucking chill, like playing on Tanglewood, like Joseph was saying, like it is our favorite map because like, it's just a vibe, being around.
Mm-hmm.
Making the jokes never ends. And I mean, you
Yeah.
got to make it fun with the cursed objects.
Yeah, and I agree to that point. Like the mechanics of it, the controls aren't super complicated. You're not doing 5 things at once, like trying to reload, slide, cancel, come around a corner, and fucking
Booty slide and
like no
buy
scope
me
beam.
back. Mike, please, Mike.
Mike, please, Mike. But it's still, it's fun. And like Joseph said, it's a puzzle. There's like those logic puzzles that like it's a process of elimination puzzle. So that's cool at like the basic level. So it's cool for like from beginner to like the super advanced guys like you're talking about, like uh bearded Baron and all these other guys. Like they have thousands of hours in the game where they're like the no evidence hunts. They're like, oh, because of XYZ, it's obviously this. Like we have not gotten close to that level. Like we're kind of starting to touch that water, like toe in the water, but it's fun from any like experience level because you can go and do like an intermediate hunt and like get your evidence and look for this and look for that. And then there's the guys with no evidence, fucking Apocalypse 3 and shit. And it's
Grass is green. It's a
like,
Hantu.
oh, it turned on the light switch, but it did it in this way and it didn't do that. So it's clearly a Hantu. Like, yo, chill, bro. But when you play 2,000 hours in the game, you're going to get there eventually. So yeah, it's it's fun. And it's like you said, it's not redundant because you play the same map 15 times, you get 12 different ghosts. And you're like, all right, I'm bored there. Let's go to the high school and just be mad because this fucking place is gigantic.
and even if you do
Yeah.
get the same ghost, you're gonna get the evidence in different, manners.
Different room, different evidence, different order, like different shit happened, different recordings, different like, because not only do you have to find evidence of like what kind of ghost, you also have to get like the 5 videos, 5 pictures, and 3 sounds, and
Be right
they'll be
back.
very different.
And then it's cool because it's also like you get the Obake, you want the Obake handprint UV.
Yeah,
You get the
that
Banshee, you want
6th
the
fucking
Banshee
finger.
scream.
We got
You know,
demon like 3 times in a row that one night, but each of the hunts was different to the
yeah.
point where we're like, it can't be demon again, and then it was. We're like, oh, well, that's still cool. Like we still had 3 individual experiences with the same type of ghost, so it was fun.
But so what was your first experience like when you were playing with us and obviously you saw the clips on YouTube, and there was a pretty good reaction to them. A lot of people liked the clips, but what was your first thoughts about Phasmophobia?
Well, my first thought mainly is just the way how they are, the core graphics thing like that here. Just try to move and everything else. One thing. Um, for sure, like I had to get used to the ghosts because I had no idea what y'all talking about. But I guess y'all play so many times what it is that you already know what kind of ghost it is. What the things that happen. And I'm just like, I was actually kind of like thinking about writing down, like, okay, this happened here, this here. But I started playing by myself. I'm like, nope, nope, I'm done. That's it. Got it. Even though like I think my house is really haunted as it is. So, but it's a good game. Pretty still chill. I like because the teamwork thing.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like saying like we're actually going to do ghost hunting like that here because I know there's places here in the Harlingen like that's known for like some place like that here. It's kind of like we can go do that. But at the
Yeah.
same time, I do want to go home and go to sleep kind of deal. So,
And
but next
that's
I hear rats in my house, like, oh, they're gonna possess now. Shit.
that's a big part of, I think, the draw for me and Joseph, because um when we first moved in together in college, like, I don't remember how it started the first time,
I
but we
think
were
we were
just
watching a marathon of Ghost Adventures.
it had to be Ghost Adventures or Ghost Hunters or something, and we were like, dude, we could just go. And I think it was my idea to go to the cemetery
I
because
honestly don't remember.
in
Probably.
we went to college, just for some background. We went to college together in Edinburgh, which was formerly UT Pan American. Now it's UTRGV. Bronx forever. Don't care about the Vaqueros. But there's a cemetery on 281, and there's a part of it that is like unmarked graves from back in the day where they had just the black people buried. And then there's a part where it's nothing but children, and then it's like older graves, and then like a normal cemetery closer you get to the road. So I was like, let's go. Like, I'd heard about it. Let's go just check it out. We'll walk around. And this is 2008 with 2008 cell phone technology. Not great, but I'm a huge skeptic. I don't believe in ghosts, but I want to. Like, I want the evidence. I want to see it with my own eyes and experience it so that I can say, like, yeah, I do believe in ghosts. Because it's cool to, like, pretend that this shit's real. So yeah,
But
one night we're just bored and we went out
uh,
there, and it
there
was
were a
cool.
lot of times that like, cause we didn't only just go with just just you and me. Like we did take people a couple times, but
I forgot about that. We did. I
yeah,
forgot that we went on the doubles one time. Sick.
yeah, we took people with us, and obviously we had to mess with them and scare them and stuff
Yeah.
like that. But there were things that happened that are still unexplained to this day.
The first time we went, like I said, we went to that cemetery. We walked around, and it's just, whether ghosts are real or not, being outside in the dark is scary in its own. And then your brain kind of fills in those gaps. Like, not to get into the science pot again, but the way your eyes perceive movement in the peripheral vision, the changes in light. But just going into the children part of that cemetery was insane, because there's like little bitty graves, dude. Like, they crammed them in. They're little graves. Then there was that one with the two twins, Joseph. Remember, they were like, I think it was either late 1800s or early 1900s, but there was twins, and you're just standing there like you just feel weird. And
Yeah,
there was a
so
pinwheel in the distance, like, making noise, and we're like, dude, what the fuck is? We were
yeah,
scaring ourselves, and it was just a
but there
pinwheel.
was no wind that night, bro.
Sure. So I didn't have a device to measure wind velocity, but
I remember one of the biggest memories about our ghost hunting adventures was that we were going through that kids section, right? And you're the EMF on your phone and all this other stuff. And I don't even think we use flashlights all the time. Like, I think we just found the path with the flashlight and we would still turn it off because
I
we also didn't want to attract attention from the street.
yeah, we didn't use flashlights at all. It was just like navigating in the dark, and we had an app. And like I said, this was 2008 cell phone technology. I think it was my first Android phone, and I had that tri-field meter. So it
Yeah,
used like
something
the
like that.
magnets for EMF, and it had like accelerometer and stuff. It wasn't the most legit, but it was fun just to, it's what we had, you know. We did do EVP tries with recording on the phone, never got anything.
No, but there was that one night that we were walking to the children's or the baby section of the cemetery. You were walking ahead of me, and I just remember feeling something tugging on my
Yeah.
sweater because it was kind of cold that night. And I
Mhm.
just stopped and I was like, wait a minute. Like, that, like, I felt weird, but then I started registering like it felt like something pulling at the bottom of my sweater. Like it was the height of a child. And I just remember stopping there and I was asking questions. I was recording. I was trying to do EVP and you were using the EMF reader on your phone. And then I just felt like a sudden urge of emotion. Like it made me start crying. Like I just felt so much like sympathy and sadness. And even you were like, what the fuck is going on? Right. And I'm like, dude,
Yeah.
I'm not faking this. I'm not trying to put on a show. Like I honestly don't know what the hell's going on. And even I'm scared.
Yeah, I'm not sensitive in that way, so I didn't experience anything. The only thing I experienced was like your genuine unease, and then you were crying, like you had tears in your eyes, like you're literally like, dude, I don't know what the fuck. I felt something touch my shirt, my sweater, and then we're
Yeah.
walking off. It's like, well, let's just, we'll get out of here. We'll go back. We get back on like the little main road in the cemetery, and we're walking, and you're like, dude, I feel like I want to throw up now. I was like, I feel like I'm confused because I thought you were standing next to me, and then I turn around and you're standing like 15 feet behind me, and you're crying. Like, what the fuck just happened?
Yeah,
But
dude, I'm telling you, like I couldn't keep moving. Like I tried to get out of there, but my legs just didn't want to work yet because I like, and I know this is gonna sound weird, but it felt like the message wasn't done yet, And finally, when I was able to get out of there and I stopped crying, like it was instantaneous. Like it was like a light switch, and I was like,
Send
okay,
him 3 months Dagestan and forget.
but
So that she touching no nos or what?
well, I would hope not because we were in the baby
Wow.
it was a
section.
child. But
Way to go, pedophile.
I
But
think
Remember
my
that time
favorite.
that the rain said you told me one time that like when you woke up one day and feel like all scratches like the thing y'all went to haunted kind of deal.
Yeah,
So
so that
that
was
was
one of
after
the
meeting,
other ones.
Oh.
Yeah,
and
we went.
go for it.
We gotta stop talking to each other, bro.
No, you go for it.
Do you want to tell a story? Or do you want me to tell a story? I'm gonna
You can
leave.
tell.
I'm just kidding. But now, yeah, we we went to this place in Mission. It was it's called La
Oh,
Lomita.
okay, your story. Your time. Your turn.
It literally is my story. So yeah.
I had to throw a basement yard reference in there.
We
It's
at
been
least
4
one a
episodes.
day. But in Mission, it's literally like you can see, like you're near the Ansel Duas crossing, so you can see the bridge kind of close by, and you're on the border. The river's right there, and it's Joseph told me it burned down, but apparently there was just a fire back in the day, and it was like they didn't close it because of the fire, like they just closed it. But it was a seminary, right? Like or something
Yeah.
like that. So we went out there not knowing much about it because again, this is 2008. Google was around, but it wasn't great. Like we didn't get much background on it. So we just drive all the way over there to go check it out. And it's fenced off. The fence is probably like 100 yards from like the actual church itself. Like you can see the building in the distance.
Yeah.
So we parked just like right on the side of the road, and we're standing at the fence like looking. And dude, I shit you not, within like a minute, I was like, dude, and like again, we're not using flashlights because we don't want anybody to see us. I was like, dude, did
Huge
you see
sign
that?
saying no trespassing.
Yeah. I was like, did you see that? He's like, see what? I was like, dude, there's something moving. And there's like tall grass, like a foot or two, and then like a little clearing, a tree, and then you can see the building clear as day. And like, dude, there it is. Like it was like 2 feet tall, just like fucking fast as fuck, just moving. And we're like, dude, there's something moving out there. So we're waiting. And I was like, dude, there, look, it's right there. And I'm thinking to myself, like, apparition, alien, duende, chupacabra, rooster. It's like, dude, it's a fucking rooster. He's like, oh fuck, it is a rooster. So we're like, all right. I was like, are we going over the fence or we leave? Like, what are we doing? We walk 5 feet. There's just a hole in the fence. We're like, oh, we don't gotta go over shit, dude. We can just walk right here. The chain link fence is down. So we walk in there, and we're getting closer to the building. And dude, it was like, I wouldn't say I was scared, but dude, I was like very
Uneasy.
nervous. Like the uneasiness was crazy. And then at the time, I
because
remember
you
thinking
guys
like,
know what you're doing is wrong, or
I
not
was like,
wrong, but like you're getting into that space,
like, are we trespassing? Is it like the legality of it? Is it like, did anybody die here? Is this place haunted? Like, what are we doing? So we walk around, we don't see much, right? But then we're leaving. And again, this is like late fall, so it's cool, but not cold. I'm wearing a sweater, whatever. We're leaving. We're getting back to the truck, and I see headlights coming. I was like, fuck, dude, somebody's coming. It's like 1 a.m. If anybody's coming, they're up to no good. Worse than we are, probably. Is Border Patrol. I was like, fuck, dude, it's like 1:30 in the morning. Like, Border Patrol. Like, let's just fucking like, hide. So we're standing in the tall grass, like behind a tree, I think. I don't know, whatever the fuck. We're trying to hide. Border Patrol slows down, looks at the vehicle, looks around. They just drive off. They don't give a fuck. They leave. So we like rush back to the truck, to the Blazer. We jump in. We're driving off.
The Blazer.
And I had that Trifield app on my phone. And like I said, it uses the magnets inside the phone for EMF. And I would fuck with Joseph sometimes because if you put it just next to anything metal or in any way conductive, it would go up a little bit. We're sitting in the truck. It's already running. It's like at baseline, like not doing anything. We drive off. We cross the tracks. And it starts going up. And in my mind, I was like, is it like, how the fuck could it possibly read the iron in the railroad tracks through the vehicle that we just drove over it? But then it doesn't go down. Like it just stays pinned. I'm like, oh, the fucking phone's tripping, right? So I'm like moving the phone around, like maybe it'll stop. It stays up. And we just like, dude, what the fuck? Like, did we bring something with us? And we're both like panicking in the fucking truck. We drive
But-
to a gas station.
So that the street that led up to La Lamita was supposedly cursed by a woman,
Yeah.
and
Never been corroborated in any way with evidence of anything
Yeah,
other than the
we-
hearsay and then that night.
I
What we
don't
felt.
think we ever did any more like actual
No.
research into it.
That night I
But
did.
supposedly she was haunting that road, and anybody that like drove through her or whatever, kind of like the lady in
'Cause
white.
we even slowed down on the tracks because it said like if you drive past there on that road near the railroad tracks, blah blah blah, and then it just didn't stop until we
But
drove way off.
I don't remember if it was that same night. I think it might have been a different night. So we go back, and Ryan's wearing a long sleeve and a
No,
sweater.
it was the same night.
Okay,
It was
so then
that night.
so then Ryan goes into the street and he's like, "I'm gonna antagonize the ghost. I'm gonna piss it off.
Why
I
wouldn't I?
need to see." And I'm like, "Bro, like you're gonna bring something
Dude,
back."
fuck no,
So,
I'm not. I would
I
never.
like watching Ghost Adventures compared to Ghost Hunters. Like Ghost Adventures, they were like very antagonistic. Like, oh, this is how you get it. I was like, I could do that. So I got out, and he like pulls like just past the tracks. I get out, I'm standing there talking shit. That's when I got in. We're driving off, and it just starts going. But I never felt anything, never saw anything. But the phone was tripping. We go to a gas station, we stop. We're like, nah, it's over. We're fine. We drive home. It's like 20, 30 minutes to our apartment. We get home. At this point, it's after 2:30. It's like, well, I guess we'll just go to bed. Like, that was weird. So I had a stereo on my desk, like little ass apartment, college apartment. It was like 10 feet from me, but still far enough where I'm not reaching it. And I'm laying there in bed, like just, there's no TikTok or fucking Instagram to doom scroll. We're just, 1800s falling asleep, vampire style, laying there. And I don't remember what happened first, if I felt my arm or if, regardless, like the radio turned on, like it just turned on to K-Tex. And I'm like, well, that's cool. And it's like not loud, not scary. I didn't hear any voices. It just turned on. So I called Joseph and I was like, dude, my radio just turned on. He's like, what the fuck? Like, that's weird. So we're in the apartment, like,
Joseph's
lights
like,
on.
Bro, my pants just came off.
It's like, dude, my pants just got peed. That's crazy. But so we're like, we're just staring at the stereo. I was like, the remote is right there where it was when I was laying down next to the stereo. Like, I didn't do it. He's like, what the fuck? Well, what? I'm like, dude, I don't know. Like, it just turned on. But like I said, there's no fucking ghostly message or get out or any dumb shit. It just turned on. So as we're standing there looking at it, I don't remember if I felt it or saw it or if Joseph pointed it out, but I had like little scratches on my arm. And you're like, oh, well, that's weird. I was like, dude, I was wearing long sleeves with a quarter zip over it. Let me get those and see. There's not a mark on either the sweater or the shirt. So I was like, either it happened before or
But I remember you
touch my
showing me
clothes.
the video of the
Did I
radio
record the
feed.
video of the radio turning itself back on? I couldn't remember if I did or not.
Yeah, but then it was on like loud.
It wasn't that loud. 'Cause it
I
went
mean,
louder,
it was
but-
louder than what you normally use it at. Because
Yeah.
when you would go to sleep, you would leave it on like 3 or something just to have noise going on.
Yeah.
But it was on like 26 or some shit like that, and it wasn't like blasting, but it was at a pretty decent volume.
Yeah.
And then I think we went outside to smoke a cigarette to calm down because it was pretty freaky.
Yeah.
And then I think that's where we were.
At
Yeah, I
some-
think I pointed out the scratches on your arm.
Yeah, at some point after the radio thing,
And
we
then I
noticed
think
the
that's when you
scratches
went
and
inside to go look at your sweater and stuff.
yeah,
My
and it
haunted
was like
radio.
that's as
It
close
beats
to
when
any
you
ghostly experience I've
close.
ever gotten, and it could probably be explained. I still have that stereo. Actually, it's never done it again, but sometimes there's an eco power setting where it kind of just stays on, but it's off, and it'll turn itself on. But it never turned on like to the radio at decent volume. Like it'll just the screen will light up, and then it'll turn back
Yeah.
off. So that was weird. Um, After that, the scratches, like that could have just been like a snag, but it didn't actually tear the sweater or whatever the fuck. Maybe it happened before. I don't know. But after that, remember probably like a year later, my old phone turned itself on in my closet. It was like back in the day when T-Mobile phones played the T-Mobile jingle when they would turn on. I had a sidekick.
Dude, fuck that. I would
I
have
had a side.
yeeted that phone off the balcony.
It was the Tony Hawk LX, Sidekick LX. It just fucking turned itself on. How the fuck it even had charge after I hadn't used it in so long is
Years
beyond
that it was
me.
in a box in his
It was just
closet.
in a box in my closet in that same apartment, but it was funny. It like that's as close to ghost experience.
No,
but
what
we
about the
tried a couple
fucking
more
knocking,
times.
bro?
What knocking?
The fucking knocking. There's there's 2-3 nights like I had stayed over. You guys had just done that shit. Like it was a story you guys told me.
We were probably fucking with you. I don't remember that at all.
No, because you were gone. Joseph was at class, and I was fucking shitting bricks because I'm there like playing RuneScape on the laptop, right? And I'm just there, and people wouldn't use headphones, right? Like back then, like it was just speakers. You use the speakers. So I'm fucking there, and you hear like a knocking, like
Yeah.
that, and like
I
knocking
knew
on the
the joke
walls,
was
bro.
coming. People were just clapping
No,
cheeks.
okay, no, I'm not fucking like I'm telling
You
you,
little
like it
perv,
was
you were listening to the
knocking.
neighbors.
No, it's fucking knocking, bro. And I'm like, nah, fuck that. I literally like I got out, I stood in the living room, and I was like fucking like heart beating, little fucking 12-year-old, and I'm like, the fuck was that? And then like I sit down, I get out, like I turn the TV on. It was whatever the fuck. It was literally like golf or some shit. And
Most
it did it again, but it did it in the room right there where the couches were, like where Mike was, or
The
I
spare
don't know.
bedroom.
Yeah, the spare bedroom. And it did it again, but in there. And I got out of the apartment and I'm standing there like in the front of the door, and I'm just like freaking out. Like I didn't know what the fuck to do.
Dude, I
I was
don't remember
standing
that at all.
outside.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's
me
wild.
either. I remember your brother Dan. You know, he went over to hang out with us that one night.
Oh fuck, I forgot about that.
Yeah, so we went out. We all got stupid drunk, whatever. We go back
We
home.
went to church, we read the Bible, and we were very tired
That's
when we
what
got
I
back.
mean.
Yeah, yeah.
We were, feeding the homeless and sit
I was blessing
digging
children
water
in
wells.
Africa with wells.
But yeah, so after that we got back home and you want to go stay with your girlfriend at the time because you were like, no, well, Dan can use my bedroom.
Dude,
And I was
I
like,
totally
oh
forgot
yeah,
about
cool,
that night.
whatever.
Holy
So
fuck.
I think you changed
Yeah.
clothes, you
Yeah.
took off. Dan and I went outside to have a cigarette or two, and we were just kind of like hanging out, talking for a little bit. And then he was like, all right, brother, well, I'm gonna go to bed because we got to go pick up my van tomorrow. And I said, all right, cool, man, whatever.
Dude,
And we knocked out. We went to bed. Woke up the next morning, and you know, uh, we were just so tired from Bible verses.
from all the praying. Yeah.
Yeah. So I met Dan in the living room and I was just kind of like, oh man, and still trying to wake up. Back then we didn't really drink coffee like we do now. So it was just kind of like, drink some juice or whatever and watch some TV, just kind of wake up. And I remember looking at Dan and he was trying to put on his boots and I'm like, hey, what the hell happened to your face?
Dude, I totally forgot about that.
And
He
he's
slept
like,
in my
dude,
bed and he woke up with scratches on his face.
and he's like, dude, I was going to tell you.
Dude.
He's like, I saw this when I went to the restroom this morning. He's like, I think that the ghost noticed that it wasn't Ryan sleeping in his bed and that it was me. He's like, because I didn't have these last night. And I was like, well, no, we smoked a cigarette last night, and then we went to bed. I was like, you were fine. He's like, yeah, I went to the restroom right before I lay down. He's like, I
Wow.
swear I didn't have this shit on my faces, and there's nothing that was in the bed with me that could have scratched me. And I'm like,
I totally forgot about that. So
damn.
that day he was working out there, his van broke down. So he's like, bro, come pick me up. And I was like, do you want me to drive you back home? He's like, nah, the van will be ready tomorrow. I was like, cool if I just hang out with you guys. So we hung out and he spent the night at the apartment and I went and stayed with my ex because like, nah, dude, you sleep in my bed, whatever, it's fine. And I remember I got back the next day and you were telling me like, what the fuck? And it made sense. Yeah, dude, how did I forget that? That's crazy. If
And
anybody lives in apartment 305 at what used to be Veranda Place. I don't remember what the fuck it's called
They're
now in
cooked.
Edinburgh. Please comment. Like, did anybody? If it's still haunted, my bad. My bad on that one, guys.
I can't remember if it was one scratch or three.
No, it was
but
multiple. Yeah,
right?
dude, I remember that.
And it was like deep, bro.
They were
Like
worse
you
than
could
the ones
see
I
the
had on
dried
my arm
blood
for
from
sure.
the scratch.
Yeah,
And
not like crazy, but like
no, but you can just
scabbed.
at least
like
still
like
see.
when a
Yeah,
little kid scratches their face like a baby, like that. Like it wasn't
and
fucking
Dude,
oozing blood.
there was
but
even one night, like it did the knocking, and you guys were there. Well, Ryan wasn't there, but it was Joseph and I. We were already going to fucking sleep, and I heard the knocking, and I had already told Joseph about the knocking. He's like, just ignore it, like don't worry about it, whatever. And he fucking knocks out cold, and I'm just awake, bro, like 12 years old, just fucking staring at the ceiling, like fucking scared, right? And then in the kitchen, you hear, because you guys had like a little dish rack, and then sometimes there'd be like a couple of sporks, spoons, or like a bowl, right?
A couple
yeah.
what? Sporks and phones? Sick.
And like the dishes moved, but you guys had like, it was just a plate, but it was already flat in the sink. And you hear like a plate like move in the sink, and I'm just like, yo, Joseph. He's like, shut the fuck up, bro. Dude, like I'm telling you, like I was hearing that stuff too. Like it was.
I never experienced anything like that, but that's funny, dude. It's crazy the things you forget. To be fair, it's been 16 years. Yeah, dude, 16. Joseph, you moved out like mid 2011, late 2011. So that's already
yeah,
been
one had
14
been like
years.
2010 maybe.
Now, I think you moved 2011, I'm pretty sure. Because I moved
No,
out
I moved out in
2012.
2011. That's what I'm saying. So then,
So this happened like 2000, because you moved into 305 with me in like January or February of 2010.
something like that.
So yeah, this was like 2010, 2011. So yeah, it's been quite a while. So it's amazing I forgot some of that stuff. If that apartment's still haunted, that's hilarious. My bad on that one.
No, that was in 907, dude.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was. Your scratches were in 907.
No.
Dan was.
No, it was 305. We were already at 305.
Were we?
Yeah. We went ghost hunting a few times in 907, and then when you moved back,
You're right.
because I moved up to 305. When you moved into 305, then we went a couple more times, and that's when we went to Lalomita and other places.
Yeah. Because I had already taken the other guys, and I had never taken you. That's why we went.
That's why you knew where it was. That's right. So yeah, we were in apartment 305. So if anybody, I don't know what the fuck, I can't remember. It's like the Rio something gay, but apartment 305. My bad.
Our bad.
I think one person that might know that is my little brother, because he was the one that used to run one of those apartments, like one of those people like that, make sure everything's all saved, things like that here and there, or something like that. He was doing that when he was going to school over there, and he went to school there too. But next thing like he was running there. I think he probably would know the most about it, because he's been doing that for the whole couple of years.
I worked there for a few years. I left a ghost behind. My bad on that one.
Way to go, right?
But maybe ghosts are real, and I've just been like subconsciously avoiding it and suppressing memories. Thanks for bringing those back. But
have fun sleeping tonight.
I'm gonna sleep like a baby after the weekend I had. I'm gonna sleep like a baby. I might not, thanks to our sponsor Dubby. I might not sleep because I might be energized and focused. I finally got, after the ice storm and the bad weather, the U.S. Postal Service finally delivered last week. I got my random shaker, the yellow graffiti, and I also got probably the best flavor I've tried so far, honeydew and white grape. See if it'll focus for us. Probably not. Whatever. $49.99 for the 2 random in a bundle. 10% off, Mr. Nobody 881. For a little more than the price of just the flavor, I got a shaker and the flavor. It's delicious. No artificial colors or dyes. Delicious flavor. All the stuff you need for focus and energy. No crash. Right now, they have lots of flavors in stock. The one I want, unfortunately, currently out of stock. They got a bunch of other flavors. Still got the yuzu blue raz. I tried push and punch this weekend at Joseph's house. That's freaking amazing. You got a blood orange flavor. The one that caught my eye earlier, beach and peach, unfortunately out of stock, but they have a bunch of other flavors, guys.
Beach and
W.GG.
peach sounds good.
Dude, it sounds amazing.
Mhm.
W.GG. Promo code Mr. Nobody 881. Get 10% off your order. You get your shakers, you get your flavors. They have hydration. Pretty much anything you want, anything you need, you can find. Mr. Nobody 881 for 10% off. Thank you, W, for sponsoring us and for keeping us focused while we try to wrangle each other's frantic energies together.
And while we're ghost hunting, because
And
that actually came in handy this weekend.
yep, we played a little Faz at Joseph's house, and we, shared some
And it's
W.
30 servings too, which is
Or
pretty
something like
good
that. I'm
with
probably
the
gonna need
promo
right
code.
now because
30
I work
servings
nights.
for $39.99. That's less.
You see, he's the
That's-
perfect the one to try it because he works nights.
I work
So
overnights like that, and me
Yeah.
driving home takes like an hour from Brownsville. Yeah, I'm more like have a slave like that. I had to probably stop like 3 times different places to wake myself up. I'm coffee and doing nothing, so I should
Yeah.
do that.
You don't need coffee. You
we'll
don't
place
need
an order for you
Celsius.
before you leave.
Yeah,
We're going to hook you up, Mike. We're going to get you taken care of.
you can get like a year supply of it.
Great flavor. $39.99 for 30 servings. Just a little over $1 a serving. That's cheaper than any energy drink you're going to find at the store. And it makes 15 to 20 ounces depending on how strong or weak you like your flavor. So not only is it cheaper, it's also more. So it's even cheaper than that.
And the
W.GG. Give it a shot.
good
Be
thing is
better.
that this one or W does have your daily vitamins for vitamin C, vitamin B3, B6, and B12. So
Be better.
it's not bad, man.
Thank you again, W. But
There you go.
yeah, on this, overarching subject of ghosts and ghost hunting, my TikTok feed is mostly ghosts right now because I watched this documentary on Prime called The Haunting Lodge. Pretty good movie. I don't know if it's a documentary or, maybe they faked some shit, but either way, it's entertaining. The story's cool. The ghost, evidence, if you want to say, pretty cool. Best part is the wife of the husband-wife ghost hunter duo. She's pretty hot. Shout out to her.
Biddies?
Kendall and Vera Welpton. Vera, thank you. Kendall, my bad, bro. Respect. But yeah, this is pretty cool. Like a hunting lodge in Georgia that like all the hunters say they experience the same stuff, like footsteps in the hallway and all kinds of shit. But then when they're there recording, like for the documentary, it happens exactly the way people say. But for me, it's like it's pretty consistent. So maybe it's just not a ghost. Maybe like the ghost is doing the exact same thing every night. Maybe it's something, logical or physical or, whatever. Of course, they get a lady with all kinds of jewelry and like a silk shawl or whatever the fuck, psychic medium. You could tell just looking at her. But she says some stuff that if they didn't give her like prompts or whatever, if this was like for real, she's a legit psychic because she was saying some shit that you're like, oh, what the fuck? That's pretty cool. But it's pretty neat. Decent movie, decent watch. Believe it, don't believe it, whatever. It's still entertaining. It's got like a 5-star rating on IMDb, but I gave it a 6.5. Vera 8.5, solid. You'll
I
watch.
honestly don't know how Brandon's gonna sleep tonight. He's gonna relive those fears from Brandon Place, and it's just good luck, man.
Man, he'll be fine.
No, I
He'll
think
be fine. He's a grown man, dude.
I've never really experienced anything crazy other than, I mean, ever since then, never experienced anything like paranormal
Me
or
neither.
spiritual. But there was a time that, I did go out with a girl, and
That
I
was
didn't
scary
really
for
know,
you.
but she was a believer in Santa Muerte, something like that.
Shh, don't say that.
Or something.
But like when I fell asleep that night, yeah, that was the craziest fucking dream of my life, bro. I always sleep with my doors closed. Just I've always been like that. And then in that dream, my door was wide open. I have like a direct view from my bed to the staircase of the house. And in the very corner of that, like the corridor to the staircase, I see like a black, like hooded figure. And I instantly wanted to wake up. And when I came to that realization that I wanted to wake up, this like thing came to me, and it was that entity, and it was like pounding on my chest and not like saying anything, but really just trying to like show me and tell me like, hey, I'm fucking there. I'm real. Like, because in my head I was like, nah, like shit can't be real, and like it's not. It's just a whatever thing. And that was honestly the craziest fucking experience of my life. And that person basically told me like, they're just trying to get your attention. Saying like you're like if you didn't believe in that, basically just trying to get your attention and like showing you like how strong of a presence that being has, like, on earth. It's not just like how some people would say, like, with religion, like it's just empty promises or whatever, right? Like nothing will happen if you ask for something. But with that thing, when you ask for that and make those deals, it's fucking real, bro. And basically just telling me like, if it happens again, just say like you're not interested, but like I respect you and I just want to be like, I want to live my life the way I want to live it. And ever since then, nothing, bro.
Yeah, dreams are weird though. Like the way we perceive and sense the world around us while we're awake is pretty iffy. When you're dreaming, it's even wilder. So that shit gets pretty sketchy. Like I've never had sleep paralysis or seen apparitions or shapes in my dreams, but nobody I've ever talked to that's experienced it says it's cool. Like it seems pretty fucking shitty.
It's
So that's
not
scary.
fun. It's literally the scariest thing that's ever happened. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's a doozy.
Bro, I doused the entire house in holy water after that night. I'm not
Yeah,
kidding.
no,
I have 2 bottles in my room.
I'm gonna do the same thing after we're done recording this because
I actually hearing something right now.
shut up, dude.
Mike's like, man, I'm hungry. I
So
hear something.
this weekend, I went back home. My dad's
God damn it,
birthday,
Mike.
Super Bowl. Joseph was nice enough, good friend, lets me sleep on his couch, so I don't have to waste money on a hotel. Saturday, my dad's birthday party. Stayed a little late. When I get to the house, they're asleep. I let myself in. The lamps are on. I'm like, sick. They didn't make me walk in the dark like last time with a flashlight. So I let myself in. I go to the restroom, get ready for couch, not really bed. I couldn't figure out how to turn them off. I finally fucking turn them off. I go to sleep, and then the next day we're hanging out. Whatever. I'm gonna go over to my parents for the game, and they're like, "All right." I was like, "Well, we might go by. We might not." I was like, "Whatever. If you don't go by, it's cool. I'll see y'all when I get back." They're like, "Yeah, this time we'll leave a light on for you." I was like, "But you left the lights on for me." And they both looked at each other, and I wasn't sure if they were fucking with me or not. But they both looked at each other like, "No, we didn't. We turned them off, but the lamps were on when I got home."
At the moment, they're like, nah,
But
we
you have
probably already
Alexa,
did.
so you don't. Anything could have happened. I don't know.
The next day, they're like, oh shit, I think it's haunted. We don't tell Ryan.
There's
Yeah,
no such thing as ghosts, so it's fine.
to this day, fucking yesterday.
To this
But,
day, all of the
like
24 hours.
even until like right now, I still don't understand how the lamps were on, and I don't even know how you turn them off. To be honest, I'm assuming you use the Alexa, but I really don't know.
I think I didn't do it on purpose. I think it was when I was plugging my phone to the power strip or something. I fucked with that. Are they plugged into the outlet where the power strip's plugged in?
Yeah, so one lamp is plugged into the outlet, the other one's plugged into the power strip.
I think that's what it was, because I plugged my phone into the power strip, and it wasn't long enough to reach where I was sitting on the couch. So then I unplugged the power strip, and I was like, oh fuck the lamp. I unplugged the other one. I was like, oh fuck, they're plugged in separately, and then I just gave up on charging my phone.
So by the way, for the next time that you're here, the desk that Andrea works on, like to make her bows, has its own power strip.
Yeah, I saw it the next day. It's in the middle. I saw the orange light.
That way it's easier for you.
Yeah, but your house is not haunted. Don't be that guy.
No, it's not. But I don't want any sort of uncomfortable feelings in the house. So
the only uncomfortable feeling is sitting that close to Big Mike, because he might break you.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he could break me much more than I'm already broken.
Mm-hmm.
Don't tempt the man, dude. I've seen him do some shit.
I have too. And
I almost did yesterday eating that fucking peanuts yesterday. Like,
dude, I honestly saw that look in your eye. Like, I need to fucking punch something.
I'm
like,
I look around like that. I'm like, I told you, I'm gonna see you away.
Right now I'm 228.
But
so,
those spicy peanuts.
I
don't know why I took it. I was like, for some reason, I don't know. The reason for it, because I was actually hungry. That's why.
I thought they tricked you, and that's why I got mad, because I was like, "That's not fair." But then
he
told
did it
me
of his own free will.
He told you, and you willingly accepted. So I said, "Okay."
I took it. I saw
he
it
asked me if it was hot. I said
something.
yes.
I know something is spicy. I'm kind of like looking at it like, I'm just hungry. That's all I am. I know I ate
Yeah.
some food there, and I'm kind of like
Mike Smash.
or so. I'm kind of like, so I ate it. I put on
Yeah.
my left side. I can feel the burn and everything on my left side. And plus, I have like one tooth that like a hole in it, and I feel like just like digging in there, all that stuff is like burning, like kind of like
Not
messing with me.
great.
I'm like, oh, like I'm like looking up like.
I should have brought some with me, dude. I could use one right now, honestly.
That it's not like the heat that I just wouldn't do it again. It's just, dude, the shits that I had after is just fucking diabolical.
Well, how many did you eat
bro.
then?
Bro, one, but like before that, I had a
See the egg?
habanero.
Mm-hmm. I didn't feel
And,
nothing. I was
dude,
actually hungry after that.
dude,
Yeah, no.
fuck,
I
man.
ate
I was there sitting on the toilet, fucking
20 or 30 of them.
knees shaking, my feet are bouncing, and I'm just fucking like wiping my sweat. Like, dude, I couldn't.
That's how he broke his toilet seat. So Brandon can start his own list. He has the toilet seat.
That's me.
he
That's
apparently
me.
broke.
Like
I replaced my toilet seat and I bought the wrong size.
Oh my god! Hold
You
on.
bought the-
So my fucking
oval
wang
instead
is
of the
like
round?
sitting like hanging on it, and I have to like fucking stand up just to.
Yeah.
Anyway,
But anyway,
yeah. So last night, I really did think that he was gonna add something to the list. And speaking of the list, why don't you tell us and our viewers what that
tell
list
us
is?
tell us how the
the
list started, dude.
I remember how it
Takes off
started.
his cap, brings out
All
a
I
piece of
know
paper.
is that a scroll just no out there, and it's like
An old
it's a
timey
two-page.
papyrus.
It's a 2-page back and front. I've been doing it since like seemed like what 2007, 2008. We're gonna convenience store right there, and I remember my coworkers always make around kind of joke, kind of like always upset, angry, start slapping thing, breaking thing. I like mostly like the reason why because we have like an ice machine in the back, right? And constantly always get it fixed. And I always try to go make ice, 20 pounds bags, right? And just touching it, holding it right there because my big old hands right there. Look at the size of my hand like that.
Got bear claws,
Right there,
bro.
just holding it like a bear claw.
What are we talking about, bro?
It breaks down, and then they start falling apart. Ice everywhere. I'm like, all I can think about is I had to clean this up. Everyone's looking like, why did you break that? How angry can you be? It's like, I don't know. But it's nothing worse. I think the worst happens like when I go to work and like just bored as hell. Like I have to go use restrooms so bad. I've broken so many toilet seats. Like I think I have that's like the most I've broken 20 seats.
How
The
many
one
do
I
you
broke
think?
the most funniest. Actually, the funniest one I did broke. It happened in 2012. I was actually like I wasn't dating this girl. I was like it's one of those girls I used to know since middle school, and we used to mess around like that here back in the day. And then one time I picked her up at her house.
You didn't break her, right?
Nah, she's still alive.
She's
So one time I
paralyzed,
picked
but
her
she's
up
good.
like that, and then we went to this place bar. They called Cops Lounge. They're closed down already. We went
R.I.P.
there one
cops.
time, Cops Lounge, which is hang out and anything else. I was buying beers like the herring, and then when it was like close to around 2 a.m. And then I told her, well, you know what? Like here's my card. Just pay the tab off and everything else. We'll go and we'll get ready to go. I went to the restroom real quick, right? I was already like buzzing and everything else like that. And I get to the restroom, and I did my thing and all that. And I went to the sink, and I hold myself down in the sink. I look myself in the eye and say, like, man, how drunk I am right now. I'm not that bad. I was pretty good buzz like that, but I kind of like holding the sink. Mind you, there's a dude sitting in the stall doing the number 2. Right?
Yeah, you broke.
I know CPR. Sorry.
What?
So you like doing his own thing, like the number 2 like that, and like I was like holding myself in the sink like that here. Look at my eyes like that. I don't know where this sink has no vanity or nothing. It's just straight pipe down. All my 300 some pounds weight slammed the toilet, the sink. No, slammed all my weight on the sink. The pipe bust. Went to that side to the dude. He was saying like the number 2. He looked at it like, what the fuck? I'm like, I walked away. I went to the little kind of like, like that to her, like, did you pay the bill? Like, just go, go, like that. Particularly like the way here. And by the time I took it out of here, got in my truck, picked up the Whataburger, and yeah. Went home after that. Me thinking about it, like, yes, I'm not going to go there for a few months. Knowing a year later, they remember nothing. Good times. So that's one of the things I broke. I broke in like public stuff, most of my work. There's one time that I hung out with y'all and some of you in the Ryan's graduate. It's college, right? When they hang out in Edinburgh, and we spent the night everything else. I had to drinking like that stuff. We went to Best Buy. That's when I told you the time that supposedly
Oh shit!
I
I
grabbed.
forgot about this.
When you go see some games,
So
right?
just
Games for
breaking
the PS. That's
displays
how
and shit.
PS4. When you go see some games like that here, and I was like, oh cool, I went to the cameras. Oh, camera right there. I want to go see right there. I saw a camera. I touched it, and I'm like, I don't know how. I simply grabbed it. Boy, it was too early in the morning, so I haven't had my coffee or anything else. Whatever I grab, it's just like kind of like it is what it is. That's why. And when the time you see Joseph was see me like, why are you walking so fast? I was like, go, let's go. Why don't I do that? It's like, oh, fuck you.
Dude, I totally forgot about
Everybody
that.
walked away that time.
I can't believe I forgot about that.
We crushed like 4 8-packs of 16 ounces the night before. Y'all spent the night, and then they say we go to Best Buy, and Mike just comes out like power walking, like, dude, what the fuck's wrong with this guy? It's like, just go. Just snap the fucking camera.
Oh, no, the night
Classic
before
Big
that,
Mike.
remember we did like the challenge with the 2 Mickeys and taped up like that?
Oh,
Was that night?
It was that night.
dude, no shit.
You and that
we
motorcycle, you had to go and like that to it.
What are you
Dude,
guys
I
doing
think I
Mickey
have
40
the
hands
picture
for?
of that.
Dude, I forgot. We had a bunch of 16 ounces, but Mike did Edward 40 hands.
With the,
And
with
then
the
there was a
Mickey.
motorcycle
40 ounce.
parked in the parking lot, like right by my apartment door. And I pretended to pee on it. And Joe's like, oh, I'll do it too. He went and pissed on the bike for real. I didn't pee on the bike. I just pretended to. The poor guy the next was like, what the fuck? My bike stinks. I just pretended to pee on it. And Joseph went and
What a
did it.
fucking dick.
My God. I didn't
Dude, we
pee on it.
had so much fun. We got
I
fucked
kind
up
of
that
like,
night.
put it on top right there. And I was like,
But
for 2 seconds, I was like, what am I doing? Put it back in there. It's like that.
dude, I think the most memorable Mikey Smash moment for me. Well, there's a few, but there was one night that we went
Crying.
to
When he broke you?
we went to Hot
What?
Shots, and no, it wasn't Hot Shots. It was night shift, and
yeah.
we were standing by the pool
A
tables,
very local
and they
ratchet
had the
bar.
round pool
Very.
table or the round table, right? But it was like elevated, and it wasn't that wide. I would say like 16, 18 inches wide. And I remember Mikey goes to put his beer on top, and he puts down the draft mug, and as soon as he puts it on the fucking on the table, the whole tabletop just flips over. All the glasses and beer bottles go flying, breaks everything, right? And he's like, I'm like, dude, what the fuck, Mikey? And he's like, I swear I was putting my beer down. So then the owner's daughter comes out and she's like, Mikey, what the fuck? Not again. And I'm like, wait, what do you mean again, dude?
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, no, you're cleaning it up this time. So she fucking brings him a fucking broom and a dustpan.
Mm-hmm.
And he goes and he's like, my bad, I'm sorry. And I'm like, how much stuff have you broken here that even they know you break shit?
Remember that our first bar fight there
Oh, God.
with
Well, save that one for another episode.
Okay.
Let's stick to the list of things you've broken.
My first time meeting Mike was like the night before Thanksgiving. Joseph was coming over to hang out with me and my brother and sister, and he's like, dude, is it cool if I bring my buddy Mike? I was like, yeah, fuck yeah, dude, like more the merrier. So Mike comes over, chill dude, we're hanging out, we're having a good time. And then he had a watch with like a leather band, but the pin that was like holding the face on the leather band just fucking flies out, and the watch just like falls apart on the table. We're like, what the fuck was that? And Mike's like, yeah, that happens. I break shit a lot. And like, that's weird. So he's like telling us about the list, and we're all confused. Like, what the fuck? This guy has a list of stuff he breaks? He's like checking his pocket. I'm like, I don't have it with me. And so we thought he was kidding, but we found the pin, we put the watch back together. Couple weeks later,
back
maybe.
then he used to carry it folded up in his wallet. I don't know.
It's a fucking like notebook paper, college roll, folded. A couple weeks
I did
later,
not
we're hanging
know
out
where-
at Joseph's, and he busted out the list. He's like, no, like I meant it, and he starts showing me like toilet seat, plastic lawn chair, this, that, the other. I'm like,
Stapler.
you legitimately have a list. And he's like, yeah, front and back. I was like, oh my god, dude, he's the man. I knew I loved Mike that day.
The last
This
one
guy's
was
my friend.
the government building. I don't know which one was, but
Oh God.
He broke the whole government building.
How do you break a building?
no, I didn't break a building. I just kind
Have
of
you
like
seen the Avengers?
rear-ended. That's why my rear bumper in my old truck was kind of dented in the right side like that. I rented, hit a wall. Can't tell you what wall is it because I don't want ice to come in.
What's the
whoa,
statute of
whoa.
limitations on defacing government
Whoa.
property?
Hold on. So you not only broke the government building, you fucked up your truck too. So that was a double whammy.
No, I just dented it. I dented the building was had a crack. It's like the brick walls.
No biggie.
Little halfy brick wall. It's just chipped on it. My
Like,
son
you don't
dents out.
like that doesn't happen to everybody, dude. You're gonna act like you've never reversed into a government building, Joseph, and just driven off.
I can't tell you where though, but
No, don't.
but
If you're only listening to the podcast still at this point, you need to see this on YouTube so you can see Mike explain this.
Yeah, you're gonna audio only listeners. Please just open up the YouTube app and watch this one. It's gonna be worth it.
I think Mike's gonna have to be a recurring segment on the podcast because
Mikey Smash.
we need more stories about
Mikey
this.
Smash. And to give Mike, thank you for coming on, Mike. We appreciate you taking time to come in and sit with us.
Sorry about coming late too, guys. Sorry about that too. So
you're good, brother.
Manage my time and everything else. Yeah, but
you're good. But to give you the full Stim City experience, we pulled up a Would You Rather just for you, special for Mike. Big Mike, would you rather have every baby you pass start crying uncontrollably, or have every boner you get make the sound of a clown horn?
Okay, so
come on, Mike, break it down.
Here we go.
Wait, every pass like that.
So anytime that you're walking anywhere,
anytime you walk past a
somebody
baby,
with a baby,
the store, the
baby
sidewalk, whatever,
immediately starts crying uncontrollably, like bloody murder. Or every time that you get a boner, it sounds like a clown horn.
Insert clown horn sound here.
Yeah, Brandon's was better.
It's kind of like when I walk like that.
That's what she said.
Like that. So
were you just doing the Peter Griffin as he's walking?
Yeah, that's one I think that makes sense. Point. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, well, yeah. So kind of like that.
Yeah.
Or every time you pass by any baby, and there could be like you're in a Ross and there's 20 babies, and
you
every
walk
time
by
you
the
walk
newborns at the hospital and all of them start crying.
Yeah. So would you rather have the babies crying or your dick sounds like a clown horn?
When you get a boner, it sounds like a clown
Or
horn.
when you get a boner.
My question here is it like just when it's getting hard, or is it just like randomly make clown horn sounds when it's hard? Like,
so my
you know what I mean? Like when you unveil it to a woman, is it just going to do it once, or is it like every time you touch it? Like what?
But is it
everybody hears it?
Okay, so that's what
everybody hears it.
He only hear it inside, or like everybody hears it?
Everybody hears it. So you get that like in the movie theater, ScarJo's on the camera. You just hear in the back.
Mike?
It's like a constant go to.
And then the awkward one, it's like just some dude with no shirt. Like, the fuck, Big Mike?
Mike? Yeah, that's the one.
Don't break the pipe,
or it's the four of us
Straight
playing
pipe.
bad, and you just hear that through his fucking mic.
Dude,
I think I heard a clown horn right now.
The boner?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
All right.
If anything, it's a party trick. Women will probably dig it. If they don't deserve to be with you. So that's a good one. That's funny as fuck.
Hey, I mean, kudos to you, bro.
Yeah. I mean, dinner and a show. Good for you. Boys, this was lovely. Mike is definitely going to be a recurring guest. We have a few people that are probably going to be jealous that they weren't our first special guest, and that's okay. After the fun we had last night laughing with Mike, we knew we had to bring him on first. So might have some guests here and there from now on, but Mike will be a regular because I hadn't laughed that hard in weeks since the whole violonceo thing. Mike, how do you say violin in Spanish?
Wait till you see a list, be like, oh my God, you still have it.
Anybody?
Whatever that girl's name is going to be on there, a government building. I mean, I can't wait.
Well, she's married now, so I can't really.
Well, no, we're not going to throw her name out there, but
it's on the list. We're not going to. This is going to be like the Epstein files. Nobody's ever going to fucking see it. Don't worry, dude. The list will stay confidential. Anytime the list is almost put out, I'm going to just come up with some bullshit, drop a couple conspiracies, and everybody will forget all about the list. Don't worry. Her name is confidential.
I'm going to blame Y2K on you.
Redacted. How do you say violin in Spanish, boys? Anybody?
Oh,
dude, ever since that night,
none of us can say it now. You fucked us, Mike.
Hold on, I gotta search that thing.
Wait, Brandon, go.
Violonceo.
What?
Violonceo.
Nope. How the fuck? Not it.
No,
Joseph.
no.
Joseph.
Violonceo.
That was closer, dude.
Hold on. Let me see it. Let me see it first. Hold on. I gotta see it.
Big smash.
Mino.
Joseph's laugh is the fucking most hilarious. This is why I
Our
spent
next special guest,
Joseph's
Josefina.
laugh.
Okay.
This is
If
why
I
I picked
didn't
on
hear
him
it
for
from Teen right
fucking
now.
years. Because I could get that laugh to come out and he wouldn't be able to control himself.
Anyway, I have a little
that
thing
Joseph.
magnet in my fridge that keeps it. Every time I get something in my fridge, I look at it. I'm like, I look at straight there to the thing. I look at it. I'm like, what
the fuck is Mike talking about?
Oh yeah. But I'll show it next time. I'll bring that too. I'm like, look, see,
Don't show it. Don't
to the
show
wall
it.
like that. I'd be like, oh my god.
And I think
I don't know
it's
why
the
I can't see that
cello
word.
that's the violonceo, right, Joseph? Or is it the violin?
What?
I never remember if it's the violin or the cello that's violonceo, but it's violinceo. Violinceo.
Oh my god, dude.
That's all, folks.
Oh boy.
Oh
Thank
fuck!
you.
I haven't laughed like that since it first
Yeah,
happened.
thank you for the laughs, Mike. That was fucking sick.
Are we gonna
Like I say, wait till
talk about the 10 view?
No, we're not going to talk about it. We're going to drop it after the outro or before the outro, Joseph. What do you want to do? Either way, we're not going to really talk about it. We're going to put out the teaser clip on Wednesday, and then we'll have it at the end of the episode for them.
Literally, like right at the end before the outro.
Mike, do you want to share your Instagram or anything so people can follow you and keep track of the list with you? You don't have to if you don't want to. We're going to share ours just so they can find Mr. Nobody Gaming and shit, but you don't have to.
I'm doing that right now. I'm trying to figure out some.
Okay.
Put everything all together. Could have like different names. Actually, I got hacked not too long ago, a few days ago. So I'm trying to get that rid of it.
Dude, they put Mike on Grinder too.
I bet you. I'm getting weird numbers now.
He's literally a grizzly bear.
Yeah. So.
Well, we'll find Mike here on the Stim City podcast. Same goes for me. I don't have socials, but you'll definitely see me here on the Stim City podcast or live streaming with Joseph on Mr. Nobody Gaming 881.
And of course, as always, you can find me on Instagram, RyanHDZ89, TikTok and YouTube at Rhinosaurus10. Giuseppe, where can they find you, my boy?
You can find me on Instagram at joseph.cabrera.8. You can find me on YouTube with Mr. Nobody 881 Gaming. And you can find me on Twitch at twitch.tv/Mr. Nobody 881 Gaming. But thanks again, guys, for an amazing episode. The laughs on this one were awesome. And can't wait for the next one.
Yep. Love you, boys. Thank you again for a good, fun laugh. Appreciate it.
Straight pipes.
Straight
Thanks for
pipe.
having it.
Straight pipe Mike. Later, guys.
Good night, everybody.
Shut your bitch up.
Welcome back to Sim City Podcast. What's
Joseph,
up, Brian?
I have a present for you.
Do you really?
I have a present for everybody. I want to thank everyone for the views on our first episode. We finally got it, folks. Brandon?
No way.
Yeah.
Oh,
Pube Stash 2026. I want to thank you all for your support. If Brandon's not if Brandon's not a man of his word, he's nothing. Thank you all.
2026. We did it.
Thank you all for your support. What's next, Joseph? Stim City to the moon, baby.
Oh, God. I'm okay.
Brandon, it's falling off.